up, everybody? So today I want to have a real talk conversation with everybody here over at Naruto Explained, and I almost made a community post about this last night. This is a day after my old channel, Kryptonian Saiyan, has been restored by YouTube. It has officially survived the Thanos finger snap. That's something I never expected to happen, and I'm so fucking ecstatic. I cannot tell you guys how happy I am about it, but I've had a lot of people ask me like, hey man, what's gonna happen with Naruto Explained? Are you gonna continue to upload here? Are you gonna upload at Kryptonian Saiyan? What's going on? So let me just go ahead and set the record straight, okay? Naruto Explained, if you are a Naruto fan, this is the only channel you need to be at. You can stay subbed at Kryptonian Saiyan if you are. Right now there are no videos on there because I have everything at private. I have everything at private. Those videos are not going to see the light of day, and the big part of the reason for it is some of those videos I made when I was brand new to YouTube, and unfortunately what happens with YouTube is once you get to a certain point, your older videos start getting recommended more, and as you start growing, those older videos tend to get a lot more traffic. And with those older videos, those are some of the videos I'm not proud of. Like one of my videos I was definitely not proud of had over 1 million views, and you only get one chance at the first impression. So those videos, as you guys can tell, I've been remaking a lot of videos from that channel, and that's a big part of the reason why, because I've gotten better as a creator since then. And the other thing is a lot of those videos use a lot of anime clips, and because of what's going on with YouTube, with them using this bot that detects any type of content ID and breaking the rules of community service, and now when you have the whole thing with Article 13 where YouTube is now directly responsible for any copyrighted material uploaded to the platform, I'm going to do my best not to use clips, and hell, I try not to use manga panels for that reason, because I've had to deal with the situation in the past over one fucking manga panel. So that's something I definitely want to try and avoid. Now, with all that being said, I talked about this when I first made this channel as an attempt to reach out to the subscribers of my old channel, and I told a lot of you guys what happened, and those of you who don't follow me on Twitter, you don't know the full story. So I'm going to give you guys the full story, and this will actually be a video that I'm going to keep up. I took down the last one after it was up for a few days. I'm going to keep this one up. This was actually something I was going to save for the 80,000 subscriber video, because for those of you who don't know, my last channel had 80,000 subscribers. Hell, it got terminated at 82,000 subscribers. So I was going to talk about this on the 80,000, just keep it there for the milestone video, but because of this recent turn of events, I really need to tell you guys what happened with the last account. So essentially on August 10th of 2018, I got an email around 11 o'clock at night, and the email stated that my channel was being terminated because it violated the YouTube terms of service when it came to spam, scams, and deceptive content or misleading content, right? And it was something that completely triggered me because I had 0 community guideline strikes. I had 0 copyright strikes. My channel was in good standing. I didn't clickbait. I didn't mislead people. I didn't game the algorithm with the description box or the metadata. For those of you who don't know, like gaming the metadata would be like on the last video I uploaded about Madara being the final villain. If one of my tags would have been about Boruto versus Jugo, that has nothing to do with the fucking video. So I didn't do any of that. I didn't do any of that. And yet I got terminated. And here's the story of what happened, okay? So essentially what happened is I took a half day at work. So from 12 o'clock until 10 o'clock at night, I responded to all 4,000 comments that were left on my channel that day. Even if it was just something as simple as thank you for watching, or if it was, you know, more in detailed, I would engage with a lot of subscribers there. And if you guys don't realize this, like I try not to reply too much on this channel. That's why I do the community response videos and a lot of the Q&As to interact that way, because I don't want to run that risk ever again. Because YouTube, with this bot that they have this system that determines whether or not it's an actual human being that's replying, and they feel like if you go over a certain number of comments in an hour or in a day, that that's obviously a bot that's being used. And so that was one of the reasons why they said that I use bots. That was one reason why I said I was using spiders, and that was absolute bullshit. Now, the other thing is when I got a termination, I immediately reached out to YouTube. But once you get over a certain number of subscribers, you have the option as a creator to request a chat. And so I was speaking with somebody from the creator support team, and I was like, hey man, like I had no community guideline strikes, no copyright strikes. I got terminated. Can you look into this? And here's the thing, right? I got an email right after I appealed, less than 2 minutes later, saying that they reviewed my channel, which, to put this into perspective for you, they said they reviewed my channel. I had 1,680 videos on the channel over 3.5 years. You can do the math, and I upload it daily. So 3.5 years. 1,680 videos and another 20 videos that were made private, so 1,700 videos. And apparently they reviewed everything and said, yeah, you totally violate the terms of service, which was bullshit. And then they went through an internal team, and then the internal team said, yeah, we're gonna uphold the decision of our bot. And this is when YouTube was going through a lot of changes and everything, and there were a lot of anime channels that were getting terminated over false pretenses. A very popular one would be Lost Pause, who had his channel terminated, over 1 million subscribers, and because of the fuss that a lot of his subscribers made, and because of how big he was able to get his channel back within a few days. In a smaller scale, you had Unrelenting Gaming, who I've had an opportunity to speak to via Twitter, and we're going through a similar thing at the same time. Geekdom 101 went through it in the anime community for Dragon Ball, where there were fake copyright strikes. The anime community was under huge attack last summer. And so, unfortunately, my channel got the Thanos finger snap, and I lost everything. I lost everything. And I'm just gonna say this, it came at a horrible time for me because I worked for a politician, and the politician I worked for lost re-election. There was a rumor going around the office that everyone was going to be fired because the new person came from a different party. I previously worked for a Republican, and the person who won was a Democrat. And so typically when you get hired under different administrations, typically people get moved out. And so that was one of the things I was worried about. I had a relative who was depending on me. She had lost her job. I was helping her out with her mortgage. So I was in a very tight space. I had people legitimately depending on me, and I didn't know whether or not I was gonna have a job. At one point I was in talks to buy my mom's house because of some stuff that happened with her business. Like, there was a lot of shit going on. And I just say that to say, when that happened, I had a fucking breakdown. And Anime Balls Deep, I'll be forever grateful to him for this. Anime Balls Deep reached out to me on Twitter. He knew a lot about my personal stuff, and Adil, one of the things he said, hey man, like, take a couple weeks off, watch some Netflix, chill out, and if you decide to go through another channel, you know, let me know and we can do some videos together, try and boost some support, and you'll just have to grind all over again. And Eternal Hokage said the same thing. In the immediate aftermath of me losing my channel, right, like, I had creators like Roberto Blake reach out, I had Super Mecha Frieza reach out, I had Shino Bentrill, obviously Eternal Hokage and Anime Balls Deep, you know, Unrelenting Gaming, you know, somebody that I was a fan of, Unrelenting Gaming, you know, we spoke about the situation. I mean, it was very, very humbling. And I gotta say this last part, you know, I started this channel on a leap of faith because I had no idea whether or not this is gonna work. And this channel's been growing. It's not as big as my last channel, but at the same time, it's growing at a faster rate than the last channel. And I just thank all of you guys. You know, I call you guys the Ramen Bowl Alliance and the Senju Squad. Well, now that I got the other channel back, I can say this is the Crypto Gang. Guess what we was called over there? We were the Crypto Gang. So, I mean, we back, baby. We back. I'm so freaking humbled by this. Now, I do gotta say this, because this is getting a little lengthy. I do gotta say this much, man. If you're a One Piece fan, I'll leave the link in the description box below. If you're a One Piece fan, I have a separate One Piece channel that is right now called Straw Hat Kryptonian Saiyan, but I'm gonna rename that to One Piece Explained. If you're a Dragon Ball channel, the Kryptonian Saiyan channel, I'll probably turn that into a Dragon Ball channel, because that was the second highest in terms of views and everything on that channel. Obviously Naruto is the big thing. We have Naruto Explained, so it's only right that it was called Kryptonian Saiyan. It was originally a Dragon Ball channel, that channel remains a Dragon Ball channel. If you're a fairy tale fan, I'll make a fairy tale channel and I'll post an update over on Kryptonian Saiyan. But I mean, I just gotta say from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate all of you guys' support. It means more to me than you guys realize. I can't stress that enough. It means more than you guys realize. Like, your comments and everything have helped me through a hellacious period. Like, the last 8 months have been absolutely, really the last year and a half has been brutal. Because I mean, you guys know, like, somebody that I love more than family, someone I was in love with, passed away, was murdered, was taken away from me, beaten, brain fucking dead back in January. And then I lost 10 days later someone who was like a brother to me. And then having all this shit happen a few months later, all that. Last year was hell. This year has been a lot better, and it's been because of you guys, man. You guys have definitely helped me through depression and everything, and again, this channel just means the world to me. And I gotta say, just in closing, you know, I am taking the advice I got from Roberto Blake very seriously. You know, I will be building a website. You know, I'll also be doing podcasts and everything over on Patreon. So, I mean, I am building other social networks, because the one thing I've learned from this experience is that YouTube can be taken away tomorrow. It can be taken away tomorrow. And so I want to have something for people away from the platform, and I'm working to build all that stuff. And so with that being said, guys, if you like anything I had to say, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, share. Thank you so much for watching. Have an awesome day, guys.